Welcome back to Vodible's Primetime Tuesdays, and we are heading into the winner's final matchup with Submissive Cats against the Oregon Trail. And as we saw in the last streamed matchup, the Oregon Trail is the Cinderella story of the tournament, right, Squid?
You could say the Oregon Trail is on the trail to victory right about now, but
Yes.
they still have to reach the end of it before dying of dysentery, or any other number of things such as better teams or skill issues,
Or
you
Broken
would say.
Bones. Broken Bones is one. Bandits. Storms.
Oh, I see. We're going back to the analogy. Okay, I was
Yes.
about to say, I was like, it's not frequent that you get broken bones in esports, but yeah, I suppose that is entirely possible. If somebody came into my room right about now and broke my arm, or that would cause some issues. Yeah,
especially back when you're on the Oregon Trail, because you can't just go to the ER,
that's
can't
true.
just go to the hospital. You're, you gotta
That's
splint
true.
it up. Hopefully it doesn't get infected. But
Splint it up and get out there and hunt
but
those
you know
odds.
what is not infected right now? You know what's not infected right now is
man.
this tournament, especially because Submissive Cats and Oregon Trail are both in the money. So if they lose or win here, it does not matter. They will get a part of that $210 prize pool.
Well, it does matter though, because if they win, then they get more.
Well, yes, exactly.
Yes.
I mean, you do want to win. You do want to win, but
Winning
both these teams are guaranteed money. So that's good. This will be a best of 3. We got a game. I think we got the spectating figured out as well. So that is good news for us. So what are we doing?
Very, very, very
Oh, we figured it out. We figured it out. All right. It looks like we got it. So we, again, Submissive Cats versus Oregon Trail. We'll see who is on either side. The crop is a little weird right now. They banned Amy and Drakkar. I believe right now they're on Atlas's lab. We're on his Atlas's lab.
Atlas's
ab.
Atlas's ab.
Do you think Atlas has abs? I'm pretty sure Atlas has abs. He looks like
Have you seen the size of his armor?
He's huge. He's huge. He's got to have abs.
Do you realize how muscular you have to be?
He is huge. He is giant.
The man can literally bend space-time, and let me tell you, it's not because he's got some cool technology. It's because he is so massive.
That's true. You got to use some muscles to bend that space-time. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got Era, Juliet, Rune on the side of the Oregon Trail in the blue. And then on the side of Submissive Cats, we've got Goomy on the Kienoob on the Juliet, and Lyarri on the Era. So we're going to see a very interesting matchup. 2 Eras, 2 Juliets, and Rune Kai in the net on Atlas's lab. Here we go. Let's get this going.
Gravity well. There's the gravity well in the center. Yep, there you go, people. Yep, gravity well. And it will actually
Kienoob took a lot of the damage too, right?
Oregon Trail strikes first with a shield going down. Talk about the Rune to Kai difference here. We saw a little bit of potential from the anomalies from Rune earlier on as the second shield will go down, but Kai's always been a staple goaltender, not able to do anything against this. Action is fast here on Atlas Lab, apparently.
Yeah, and I mean, Fierryy going back at it again with the aggressive push plays. Absolutely just going through midfield and then just punching it into the goal like he did on Rasmus last map. So, we're back on the kickoff. See you later. Gravity well. Lyarri, a little bit hurt here, and one shield goes down on the side of Submissive Cats. Kienoob grabbing it up, and Goomy will clear. So, Killiest in the goal as well, trying to figure out his Rune plays. Oh my god, Fierryy gets the double KO. Lyarri's the only one left standing on the Submissive Cats, and that's another Fierryy goal moment. Fine thud.
Yeah, we never did see the Awakening draft, so if the prod would press the time key, maybe we could see...
Please.
Maybe we could see the Awakening
It's okay.
draft.
Wait for that now. The gravity well is gone.
Fine.
Okay, it's okay. Fraud's like, we're fixing things in the background. It's all good. We're all fine there. Kienoob, Fierryy grabbing a shield here. All right, so Era, Lyarri, a little half health there. A little scary. And oh my god, Fierryy grabs another kill on to Lyarri. And the shield is down. So Submissive Cats' goal is open yet again. Oregon Trail could trail their way into victory, and it's not a mix. Kienoob really low, super done shield-wise, trying to stagger out the Era? I don't know. Trying to make some things work here. Oh, Killiest, nice teleport there. And Goomy gonna clear. This is gonna be an insane goalie matchup, by the way. Both these guys doing amazing stuff. Oh, man. Oregon Trail, 1 shield down. Killiest, 2 shields down with the core flip. Both goals are open. Kienoob passes it to Goomy. Got to keep it out of Fierryy's hands because Fierryy just punched in at any second. That might happen right here. Nope, overtime. Here we go. Squid, help me out here. Oh, maybe not. Actually, I got this. I swear. Lyarri and Era are doing great. Oh my goodness. Goomy clears. Gravity well. Popped again. Lyarri grabbing it through. The Era on the other side. Killiest bringing it downfield. Again, another strong goalie matchup. And the cold flip from Goomy as the goalie gets into the midfield. It's a 2-1 set point for Oregon Trail.
It's pretty clear as well, Fierryy with that adrenaline rush has been doing some major damage. Clearly one of the starting awakenings. Got a little bit of a look at it earlier. I didn't quite catch what the other one was at the time, but yeah, Fierryy has been making themselves known with all the KOs. Goomy getting that core flip goal earlier on. That's definitely going to be a quality one for the Submissive Cats. They need a resurgence
2 banishes
here. That banish, yep, there he goes. Fierryy just gets him right off the edge. That seems like a preset play if I've ever seen one. And now with the adrenaline rush, 1 shield down, looking for 2. They can't quite pick it up. And I think that might have been a misplay there for Killiest. Knocking it into their own shield off the anomaly combo. That's not what you want to see.
Definitely. Fierryy trying to stay up here in this position to try to just punch it in and grab this shield. But we do have a shield difference here. Looks like Submissive Cats grabs the open goal. Okay, so Goomy grabbing it back. Going to be trying to keep this core on the side of the Oregon Trail. Uh-oh. Era going to be bringing it up. Fierryy going to bring it up to the shield. Can they do it? 2v1 situation. It is happening. Oh my goodness. Lyarri and Fierryy can't do a whole lot, and we're back into overtime. All right, so respawn here on Kienoob. It's a 3v3 scenario. We're back to full stack. Goomy clearing these goals here, okay? Goomy is doing a great job. He always loves spamming that emote. I wish I had that emote. And even though Killiest gets the save here, Kienoob bats it in, and we are tied on set number 1.
You saw Fierryy getting very aggressive with the KOs earlier on and using that adrenaline rush to great effect. It was Kienoob that time who carried our wonderful Era on the blue side right off the top. And then, yeah, just push the advantage straight into a goal. I mean, Killiest can't really do a whole lot. They've got 1 anomaly to their name, and they're almost going to get a free kill on Kienoob after the Kai went down. Initially, 2 shields now. They've got 1 core flip. It's Killiest with it as well. Almost across. Fierryy takes out Kienoob. Goomy's back just in time to get involved in the play, but will it be enough? The ultimate comes out there, and off the bottom, they're trying for it. Certainly Oregon Trail pushing everything they have in terms of abilities off of cooldown here, but it's not enough. Kienoob back into the mix. Beautiful blink there from Killiest, the core flip to defend the shield, but they still need to turn this into a goal, and there will be Era with the snipe. 3-2 to the Oregon Trail for set 1.
Amazing stuff. Oh my goodness. Wow. And that was just set 1, and I feel like I've watched an entire match. Oh my gosh. And it's a best of 3. Oh no, I'm going to die. I'm going to pass away.
Try not to do that.
I will try not to do that.
I'm having a bit of a snack myself. I actually got I got some like jerky going on here as the draft comes up. That unstoppable. That unstoppable is huge. No more getting carried off the edge of the map.
Definitely, and knockback resistance will really help to get in the face of all of these offending players on Submissive Cats. Pretty standard draft, I'm not going to lie. Orb Dancer going to the side of Goomy. So we're going to see that new power-up go into use here as well.
Those orb power-ups do seem to be pretty good overall. Twin Drive as well on Kienoob. The Unstoppable on Fierryy, the Twin Drive on Kienoob, the Glass Cannon, and stacks on stacks for the arrows on either team, respectively. I mean, this is a good Awakening draft. I mean, you just got to play to your strengths right about now. And playing to your strengths can entail quite a few things. But I think, you know, we might see Lyarri start to get a little bit pushed here because of that Glass Cannon.
Looking like the Atlas opened the first few seconds there, first half of the match, because it was just going back and forth. Now, 1 shield is down for the Submissive Cats. Goomy having to go through, but can he make one? Yes, he can. It's a mirror on the shields, and Kienoob grabs one. Goomy, half court, gonna try to pass it, and bang goes the dynamite. Goomy, goalie goal. 1-0 Submissive Cats.
Hey, here's the deal, right? You got Adrenaline Rush, you get the takedown, and suddenly you are the speediest boy in existence for all of about 8 seconds. You might as well push the advantage that you got. It was a valiant effort from Killiest with the Rune Anomaly, but they put it just a little bit out of position, and that's a goal. You know, not much more to be said about it for Submissive Cats. It really does feel like this is a brawler's paradise, what with the advantages being given to the players with Adrenaline Rush. Fierryy and Kienoob have been displaying that, but sometimes Goomy just gets that advantage. It's a shield down now. Submissive Cats will lose that advantage, though, immediately. Of course, as I say it, we'll see how things go. Now it's Era, or excuse me, Kienoob off the top. And now the opposition with the advantage. It comes down in the front here. They don't have a core flip to work with here. Fierryy up to Era. It's not going to be good enough on the one-timer. They're trying to punch this one in.
It through.
Very confusing, and there's the core flip to put it in.
Wow, amazing, amazing. A whole team goal there. Everybody came up to that side of the field. Lots of Octavia fans, by the way. Team EDM trailing to Team Rock in the event currently. It makes sense because
by the way,
it's a tragedy, but I mean, rock and roll is objectively a bit better. I'm torn. I like both. I like both. Okay.
Conversation right now.
It's fine. It's okay. It's all right because both these teams are brawling, absolutely going punch for punch. Killiest brings that core back. Goomy, Goomy, good stuff there. Kienoob really aggressive in this goal for Oregon Trail.
Oh my!
And that's a shield gone on Submissive Cats.
That gravity well, though, exploding was huge. Lyarri and Kienoob both a little bit low on HP. Gonna pull some energy out there from Kienoob in order to elude some attacks. But still a very volatile situation here if you're the Submissive Cats. And
open goal, yo!
Oh, what a stop! And almost the shield, but not quite. Oh my goodness. I don't know how that one didn't make contact. With cross
and another save.
Not good enough. Lyarri stops it out. Kienoob for the cross here. But that gravity well now playing havoc.
Oh no,
with the ability
Goomy's
for
gone.
players to make the reads. Killiest will burn the core flip. Fierryy trying to punch it in now with the ultimate, and that'll be just enough. The Oregon Trail after chaos ensues in every single way imaginable.
I mean, once Goomy got out, Lyarri had to put the whole game on her shoulders, and it just wasn't enough, sadly. So, we're back at kickoff. Gravity well gone. Era, the Era on the side of Oregon Trail, grabbing a shield here. Looks like Killiest is probably going to need to teleport back. Does not get there in time, so we've got a shield mirror on both sides of the court right now. Is it a court or is it a pitch? I'm not too sure. Anyway, shield gone on Submissive Cats here. Fierryy trying to force it in, but Lyarri is not having any of that. Looks like Goomy needs to make another save, and see you later, Kienoob. Oh my goodness, Kienoob getting 2 goals here, and Fierryy is left alone, and that is a tying up goal for Submissive Cats. 2-2.
Talk about
Second
pushing
set
advantage.
going crazy.
I mean, we saw that earlier on. You know, it's just the adrenaline rush. I said it. It's a brawler's paradise. This is the reason why Fierryy took that unstoppable, right? They could not afford to let themselves get pushed off the edge like that, but it just happened to be a different victim this time around. And that's what you get, Kienoob. 2 KOs in rapid succession. This time they get the 1-2 up to Lyarri, and there's 1 shield gone. Submissive Cats, they need this set to equalize, and they are very much making the push for it. The second shield is gone. They have no core flips to work with. Will they have the zone time? They do just get away from Fierry's R on that one, but Kienoob is still very much suffering at the hands of the opposition right now. Can they make this play work out?
It was Kienoob versus Fierryy there for a bit, and Kienoob's still super low. They had to back off onto the defensive end here for Submissive Cats, but if they push back up, this could mean trouble, and it looks like they're going to be doing that right now. Lyarri trying to make that work there for the Maelstrom. Maelstrom comes in, and boom! Kienoob grabs the goal. Submissive Cats even it up in set 2.
Killiest is really trying their best here, but sometimes it's just not enough, and it almost feels like, look, I'm just going to level with you. It feels like they don't have enough abilities. It's too frequently going on cooldown. The anomalies are great. They are just superb. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's just too much pressure. They need to get that core out of there somehow, some way, and Kienoob is not having it. Kienoob and
Kienoob is not having it
in particular. And with that prime time for Lyarri, excuse me,
Lyarri. You really thinking Leo Leon
somebody
there?
else. Yeah. Lyarri with the prime time as well. It's not going to help. Another orb ability coming out. This time orb replicator to share it. I believe Goomy now has 2 orb abilities. Am I mistaken on that one? You haven't...
I don't think you are. I think you're completely correct there. And also, the Era in the game is remixed. So just letting y'all know, because, you know, private, but it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it, because I keep calling her Era. But, I mean, that's not going to happen because 2 goal nets on the side of Oregon Trail are down. So Oregon Trail needs to play super defensively. Fierry's just launching punches. Can Kienoob bring it in? Maybe?
Ooh.
Yep, they can. Yep.
Well,
Killiest just couldn't get there.
No, that was certainly an interesting. Well, Killiest knew as well that they were gonna have to strike first in that one. Kienoob, it was angled into the net. Kienoob could just stuff it so easily. So I believe they just tried to wait on that. The punch from Juliet. Sometimes all you gotta do is just punch it in, and there you go. It just so happened to work in that scenario. So we'll see how things evolve here, and they will get the first shield barrier on the next volley. but it is still questionable here. The Oregon Trail having a lot of difficulties getting back into this one. It's always been the fight of Kienoob and Fierryy as far as the brawlers go. I mean, it really is a Juliet diff. If they can get that one KO, it really just does unravel the entire volley. We'll see how things pan out
super
here.
low too.
Yeah, they're having some trouble. The Maelstrom dealing loads of damage as well, but they'll get the pick off here against Lyarri, and now things are gonna heat up. Remix trying to get in there, uses the core flip, and there's the shield down. Fierryy trying to push it through. He does not succeed, but the anomaly is there, and Killiest gets credit for goal number 1.
Great plays from Oregon Trail. They saw that even though Fierryy was super low, they all pushed up and got in tandem to get that goal. Amazing team play there from Oregon Trail. And we're going to see if they can get some more shields down, maybe some more goals here. Killiest, defensive stuff here. I doubt it. Maybe, I don't know. Well, you don't know. A bit of a banish on the side of Kienoob, and that's a shield down for Submissive Cats. Fierryy already Omega. How? I don't know how Fierryy's already Omega. Probably all the knockouts, but my goodness, Killiest. Sending it back in, gets the shield. Era going to send it in. Remix to Fierryy. Bang! That's the dagger. Oregon Trail up 2-1. We could see another set here for the Oregon Trail.
It's so crazy. Again, with the man advantage, with Adrenaline Rush up, and then suddenly they get the shield barrier. Do I have to keep repeating myself about this? It really just is about getting that first KO. If you can carry somebody off the side as Juliet, as we see Fierryy actually have to evade Kienoob, going elusive twice in succession. Very risky situation there. They did lose a shield barrier, but honestly, keeping your one player, especially away from Kienoob with that Adrenaline Rush, that's an excellent play. I would take that trade. But still, it's all that energy gone. Fierryy needs to find a response for their team if they want to take a man advantage. I mean, you can try to play zone control here, but it does feel like the Submissive Cats are a little bit dominant in that regard, unless Killiest can make a really good play with those anomalies. But even then, you want to save them for the backline. They've been doing a great job so far. They've got this core flip available to them, and finally they'll get one shield barrier. Will they be able to convert it, though?
15 seconds left. They might be able to. They get the goal open. Fierryy trying to knock him out, but gets the easy tap in. Bang! Fierryy wins the set for the Oregon Trail 3-1. We're going back into the draft, baby. They're running around. They're excited.
Only one away now from taking the first of this best of 3. We'll see what comes up. Hot shot built diff. Peak performance. I'm looking at the build different, though. Yeah, if I am Juliet, you're looking at build different.
Grab that build different.
With Adrenaline Rush. And now the opposing Juliet, I mean, Kienoob, takes the peak performance, the increased stagger and the increased speed, definitely going to be a bit of a difference maker, and it should be, relatively standard stuff from here on. Era takes Monumentalist, Kai with the missile propulsion, Rune, Monumentalist, really no surprises here.
They're probably also Monumentalist here too.
Yeah, leaves Lyarri with a bit of a choice to make. You can take Spark of Agi maybe, but not really
it doesn't make any sense, especially when the other Era also has Monumentalist. You gotta try to even out that matchup there. Amazing. Okay, all right. We have some downtime, and Oregon Trail's net is already open. 9 seconds into the game. Fierryy's going to try to clear it. Lyarri bringing it into Kienoob, almost leaving the arena there. He's really low, only half health. Bit of a matchup here. Juliet foxing Juliet, but Killiest gets a nice save there, but it doesn't matter. Kienoob from Goomy, from the pass, grabs the first goal for Submissive Cats.
That's a beautiful vision there by Goomy as well. You have to be involved as a Kai goalie. When your team does get onto the offensive side, you can be an incredibly valuable asset. You see that there, the ultimate strike from all the way downtown there. Goomy just using that R, has the vision, and beautifully played that angle as well down into Kienoob. They do lose a shield here early on, but Submissive Cats, it was a wonderful look there at the very beginning of this set. We'll see if they can turn it into a little bit more. They're having some difficulties keeping this one past the midfield line right about now. Fierryy playing into some space. That Omega Strike from Kai is just insane, though, in terms of damage. Fierryy is going to be forced to back off. They are staggered now. We'll see if the hunt is on, and there they go.
No.
Lyarri takes the KO, and the man advantage now for Submissive Cats. They put down one shield barrier. They lose, though.
No.
They burn a core flip, and they get nothing for it. This could be a huge shift in the momentum.
Fierryy's back in, and I mean, you saw what your remix did right there with the emo, but Fierryy grabs another KO, another 2v3 situation. The coin has been flipped on its head. Oh no, the core is going through. Goomy cannot save it. It's in the shield area. Killiest bringing it up on midfield, and bang! Fierryy grabs that goal, 1-1 split.
Uses a little bit of that energy meter to avoid the enemy Juliet ultimate, and then, oh hey, look! I'm still in space. Goomy was expecting that little bit of CC, but no. Was not meant to be. Ooh, and an early shield here. Oregon Trail, they get a little bit of a gift there from the opposition. The Submissive Cats, you know, they got that first goal. It looked like they were ready to have a response to that set that they just lost, but, you know, on match point here, they have to have something now. I mean, losing one shield barrier so early on, still lots of resources available on either side. Fierryy is actually going to burn a little bit of energy to evade, but there's one core flip here for Killiest, and that ultimate again from Kai getting involved on the offense. The Anomaly was there to defend the other shield barrier, and then the core flip all the way across. Things are just getting spicy here. The core playing ping pong and high impact plays all over the place.
Definitely, and you gotta watch out, because if they get the shield here, and they do, Submissive Cats could force up, but no, Oregon Trail's gonna force up. Bang! Oh my god, I can't even think right now. Remix with the goal from the Fierryy assist. And we've got a match point here for Oregon Trail. Could take this first matchup in the best of 3.
We shall see. Energy bar is still pretty low. There goes the gravity well almost instantly. Lyarri taking a bit of damage. No, that one goes around the back. Submissive Cats is the last thing you're hoping for. You got a little bit of pressure. Potential for a KO here. And Remix is very low on HP. They'll be knocked away and finally off. Kienoob gets credit for the takedown, and they are moving so quick. Lyarri's going to put this one up top. Beautiful rune anomaly to get it away, but it was not meant to be. They'll lose one shield barrier, but we're still only in a mirror match. Kienoob will pick up the one on the bottom, and so much pressure now available for Submissive Cats. And there goes, oh my goodness, as soon as I say it,
goes Remix.
Plus the kill, and now it's Fierryy who's out there running like a madman.
Killiest has to come up to midfield, and they get that shield. So now we've got 2 open goals! Goomy with the saves, but it doesn't matter! Oregon Trail get the first set in this best of 3 on Fierry's back.
They are looking towards those grand finals right about now. Submissive Cats, they only take 1 set here. And oh my goodness, I feel like the Awakenings are going to change the shape of this game. I will
100%. I mean, Submissive Cats,
yeah. Oh my goodness.
The adrenaline rush really helped there. Let's take a look at the stats as well. 16 KOs. Bro was playing Doom and not Omega Strikers. What is going on?
16 KOs and 100% goal participation by the looks of it. Or, sorry, am I getting that right? They scored 11 goals in total. And they had 8 plus 3 goals. Yeah, 100% goal participation for Fierryy. 16 KOs.
Because Fierryy, I mean, Fierryy needs to get into the match right here, because Fierryy does that thing where they cross midfield and then just go right in to force it in. Does not matter what striker they're playing. They just go right in, they force it all in, and then it all works out, right? So, as we can tell, Oregon Trail is up 1-0 in the best of 3. We're going to be trying to reload this matchup. Hopefully we can get in. Maybe we can. Maybe we can't. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Vodible is also saying fingers crossed. By the way, everybody, shout out Vodible. Shout out Vodible. Give him give him some applause. He's doing all of this stuff, TOing and streaming and all of that, all from the background. So we definitely got to give him some props.
I was going to do the golf clap sound on the Discord soundboard, but I realized that he had it muted, so it would be a moot point.
Probably did that on purpose.
It's on you. It's on you. He did mute it for a reason.
That's why I clapped IRL. That's why you got to clap IRL, you know? Anyway, Goomy showing off once again why we need emote toggle. Yeah, I could agree there.
It looks like we got the feed up coming right just about now. We're on to Demon Days here, so a lot of round shield barriers for this particular series. We'll see how things change in the striker matchup, though. We see in the pre-pick immediately for the Oregon Trail, they are looking towards the same comp, and Killiest does actually go over to Atlas. Hey, you know what? I'll respect it.
I definitely will respect it. I mean,
I'm not going to respect it. They were so good on Rune. They were so good on Rune. We've seen the potential for Rune on Demon Days as well.
Kai Luna bans. I don't know why they wouldn't ban the Rune. Maybe they're going to try to go Rune as well, but that's the only thing I'm thinking here.
That's true. We'll see, though. We have a Juliet first pick on both sides. So now they can't counterpick. If they wanted to go with Rune goalie as a counterpick, that's not going to be possible. So they're just going to have to play with Atlas. And, yep, there is the Rune pick. So now we have the question of, Killiest was doing a fairly good job at Rune goalie in the last map. Now we're going to have to see how quality of an Atlas goalie they are. If they get a little bit of creation size with that Cosmic Expanse, they can get quite the coverage. It does not have the same potential as the anomalies, though. I think anybody would agree with me on that point. So that is the only change from the last match. We see Goomy onto Rune and Killiest onto Atlas.
Pretty much almost a mirror matchup, and oh my goodness, because the gameplay is buttery smooth. Oh my gosh, it's 60 FPS on our end. Wow! And we already got a shield down on the side of Oregon Trail, so they might be trailing a tad, but it might not be to be because, Fierry's out. And that can only mean one thing. Submissive Cats are going to go on the dominant mode.
Well, I mean, let's take a moment. We didn't see anybody immediately go into demon mode, so perhaps Adrenaline Rush was not on offer for the Awakenings. We'll see the shield barrier go down. Tough situation, but Killiest does manage to navigate their team out of it. Here we go. Cosmic Expanse will see that one away, but it's going to be on cooldown now for quite some time. From, I believe it was 20 to 22 seconds in the recent nerf, so they might try to push that advantage. Does not look like the Submissive Cats get much out of it, but the Banishment will at least assist in getting Fierryy out of the zone.
Lyarri and Goomy doing great work around this shield as well, trying to keep it away from opening up their goal. Goomy doing a great job here. We're in OT. This core's going to go crazy, but that's just it's not going to stay. And looks like Submissive Cats is up 1-0. Let's take a look really quickly at these Awakenings as well.
Ooh, Monumentalist for Killiest and Remix. Goomy and Lyarri both also taking those. An empowered special for the Juliettes on the field. Nothing really surprising there. The siphoning one, I think, is really the only thing that catches me as a little bit odd for a Remix. But hey, I guess to each their own. A little bit more survivability is never a bad thing. And ooh, Killiest almost being escorted off the map there by that Maelstrom. It was not meant to be, though, and that's a Banishment. Will also send the puck away. There's a shield barrier gone.
Killiest is super low as well, has to go elusive, but the shield is down because he has to get out of goal. He has to heal a little bit. Kienoob trying to make it work. Shield out here. Remy grabbing it down. Fierryy sending it down towards the end. Goomy and Lyarri tag teaming at this bottom. No shields will be met here. Killiest trying to make it a bit more offensive for his team, but the core goes back into Oregon Trail territory, or into Oregon, as we could probably say. Goomy teleporting all around, and that's just an easy goal for Goomy.
Looked like the side bit a little bit, that repulsion, if you will, got a bit involved and actually redirected the core into a bit more of a advantageous, shall we say, spot. Well, Submissive Cats now up 2-0. This is a big change from what we saw based on the last match. I did mention now, moving on to a different map with different striker selections, we might see a slight difference in their performance, but I didn't expect anything this drastic.
I definitely agree with you there, but here we go. Oregon Trail's about to be back, but Remix out of the matchup right now, and Goomy emoting a lot more with the core flip, and it doesn't get a shield. Just kidding, it does. And that's 2. Here we go. Oregon Trail trailing 1-0 in the set, a clean 3-0 from Submissive Cats. And we need some help from the Oregon Trail fans in the chat. If you believe in Oregon Trail, sound off right now.
Ooh, Timeless Creator potentially coming out here for a Rune. Also, Orb Ponder on offer, which, reducing cooldowns. That's going to be huge, actually. If Killiest can get Orb Ponder, I believe that'll probably be their first choice? Question mark. Quick Strike might also be. Yep, there they go. They go for the Orb Ponder. Yeah, baby. Your boy knows how to play Atlas, is what I'd like to think. They also do get Quick Strike with Era, with Remix. Consequently, Lyarri grabbing Primetime, peak performance for both the Juliettes. I like these drafts. I have to say, I think everybody got a little bit of what they wanted. Exactly.
Very even on this side, and maybe this could help us even the series. But who knows? I mean, everybody is banished. A nice flip there. Killiest needs to defend this from Lyarri. And looks like all of Submissive Cats are going to be making their way up to the center of the field. Fierryy is very low, has to retreat, grabbing an orb. Goomy sending it back to the other side. 1 shield down for the Submissive Cats. Killiest trying to get another shield down, but he's gone because of the Maelstrom. And Oregon Trail's is gone. The shields are gone, and their goal is gone. And Submissive Cats are up 1-0.
It really is crazy how when your goalie gets, carried off the top of the map, suddenly it becomes a lot harder to defend. Who would have thought? I don't know. It's just a weird thing that I noticed. Oh, that's a beautiful double banish. Throw in the anomaly, and they've got loads of zone time now. The Oregon Trail is having a very challenging time getting any sort of an advantage here. And I wonder if maybe...
Oh,
there
no.
Goes, there goes
Bye,
one
Remix.
again. Remix off the side. Lyarri just playing up into space here alongside Kienoob at the bottom. This is really going to be a challenge to defend with Juliet and Era both trying to, I guess, apply pressure in the zone alongside the Rune Anomaly, and that's going to be all 0.
This play makes so much sense from Submissive Cats because Goomy and Lyarri both reverse swept Quest Ignition earlier yesterday in the NASL qualifiers. So we could be seeing another one. And Goomy as well, really keen on these reverse sweeps too. Oh no. Goodbye, Lyarri.
Ooh.
Goodbye. Killiest getting 2 knockouts. Goomy versus everybody else. The entire Oregon Trail coming together, but it doesn't matter. Fierryy with the ace. Fierryy gotta grab it. He could probably get it through, but the respawns are coming in from the side of the Cats.
3
Can
seconds
they
for
do
Rune.
this? 3 seconds for Rune, and no, it does not matter. Remix grabbing the goal and keeping Oregon Trail's hopes and dreams alive.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is if you ever want to find a high-level Rune, Goomy's your guy. I mean, in a 1v3 scenario, with a couple of anomalies and a core flip, that's 2 shield barriers. And they almost managed to take it away. It was just the ace that ended up being the end of them. I honestly thought if Goomy had survived that, it might have just been a goal. It might have been a goal for the Submissive Cats. So finally the Oregon Trail are able to answer a seemingly year-long drought. They might even get another. Here's Fierryy with the ultimate down south and in.
Fierryy making things interesting. I mean, I did Caster Curse the goofy cats, not the silly cats, the Submissive Cats. So if it's on me, sorry guys, my bad.
You have one job. Right?
Don't Caster Curse. Just don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at... Ooh, that's a beautiful Atlas ultimate. Keep Remix away from having to use their core flip as well. They've got 3 available to them now. If they can get the enemy shield barrier down, it's pretty much game over.
100%. Fierryy looking to be a little bit more inclusive inside there. This enemy goal, big core flip, and this other shield is gone. Submissive Cats could get a second series set underneath their belt here. Kienoob, he's super low. Can they knock him out here? Probably. I don't know.
Whoa, Killiest!
Kienoob's still staying there. A core flip from Killiest. Both nets are open. Goomy, Lyarri keeping the defense there. Killiest, what was that? Absolutely phased through. Goomy teleporting through. Could be another goal, but Fierryy misses the core. Good saves there. Kienoob again staggered, but will punch it in. 2-0 in the series. Goes to Submissive Cats.
That was a huge flip as well. They absolutely needed that one. There's so many weird little spots where Kienoob, I mean, with just a little bit more knockback, and they're off the stage. So, nice.
Yeah, we've got Glass Cannon, we've got Orb Replicator up here. Stinger will probably be...
They have to deny Orb Replicator,
They have to deny Stinger,
right?
Yes. Or Stinger here, because if one of the Juliets gets a Stinger... No, they got Unstoppable. Okay.
Here you go. Orb Replicator has already... He's already got...
Deny Atlas for Twin Drive. We got a
Twin Drive Orb Replicator. I mean, at this point, the draft was just stacked in their favor. But Room with the Twin Drive, extra anomalies is never really a bad thing. So
Stinger falling in this draft as well because of that deny, so it makes a lot of sense.
Weird things, weird things going on here, but we don't claim to know the game super well because we're not professionals. I mean, it's still in the early stages, so the meta is...
I mean, you're plat, I'm bronze. Come on, we just talk for a living.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Those rune anomalies sure coming in handy. They weren't able to deny the goal, the shield barrier only moments ago, but they are able to keep it on to the offensive side here. As we said before, Goomy, very talented on rune goalie, as has been put on display so far in this one. Kienoob almost taking the dive there, but not quite. They do just barely get away. There might be some complications here. They get the second shield barrier. They put that one straight on through. Kienoob does not care about being staggered. They're just here to score goals.
Kienoob was like inches close to death and just absolutely rammed that one right into the goal. Wow. Here on kickoff, Remix gonna try to do a counter Maelstrom here. Not gonna really work out as well. Both these goalies, by the way, I do want to bring up that they're doing crazy amounts of saving here to try to keep these shields done, but looks like, as I say that, Oregon Trail gets the shields open, so they could probably go and make something happen here. The core flip coming out from Killiest. Fierryy getting the core flip, but Goomy was there to save it just in time. Fierryy might be able to punch this one in. Uh-oh. A few things going on Remix, but that one was saved. Oh my goodness. Kienoob grabs another shield, so both nets are open. The core gets banished for a little bit, but Fierryy could get this over. We've seen this before. Killiest brings it back down to Remix, but the Cats are making their way towards the midfield. Gonna try to be a little bit more aggressive, but Remix, oh, and Fierryy throws it back in. I said Remix, I meant Fierryy. Y'all know what I mean. We're tied up 1-1.
Yeah, I have to commend Killiest as well with the vision on the bottom. Remix was almost carried off by Kienoob, but only moments before we saw the Celestial intervention. So excellent vision. It can be very challenging for Atlas goalies to double focus on where the core is, as well as how your teammates are doing. So I have to give massive props for that. But Fierryy didn't care what their teammates were up to. They're just here to, again, to score goals. It feels like we have a common theme with Juliet players. I don't know. It's just what happens when you have an S-tier striker. Speaking of, they're really going at it. Fierryy and Kienoob with the shield barrier down. Core flips coming out all over the place. And Kienoob shoves it in brute force with a KO to boot. That's number 2.
The core flips are coming out like they were popping them all over the place in that last goal there, but maybe they could get the set here and reset this best of 3 back into a best of 1. Oh no, goodbye. Oh my goodness, another, I can't even speak. 2v1 situation. Lyarri dies and Remix grabs the goal. We are at match point, 2-2.
Did Goomy own goal that? I think he did. Because the core came up from the angle, and then I think Goomy blinked away, trying to get the rune anomaly to knock it down and away, and ended up.
Yeah, I didn't catch the replay on the stream, so I've got no idea. Maybe he did
in the opposite direction. But hey, the Oregon Trail, they'll take that. They have a chance now to prevent what could be a 3-0 sweep. If only Submissive Cats can clutch up, they're starting to have a bit of difficulty here. Both shield barriers now gone. They've got no core flips to their name. Lyarri's going to try and get involved here on the offense. They send it down. Kienoob under control, but not for long. Fierryy denied by the anomaly. They're not even going to go in with their skills on that one. Very smart play, trying to even dribble it back to themselves off the rune anomaly. Now that is being adaptable. Just will not work out, but you can see the Oregon Trail very well biding their time. The Cosmic Expanse comes out. Beautiful defense by Killiest. They've got the core flip to work with. There it is, Burns. Now the pass over to Remix with the anomalies causing some weird mix-ups. But still nothing doing. Very high quality defense on both sides. Midfield coming, and there, out of nowhere, Fierryy will gain credit, and that's the set.
It's 2-1 now, and Oregon's Trail still breathing hopes and dreams of getting into the grand finals right here.
Hopes and dreams, but no memes. See what the Awakening draft brings for us. We got extra special on offer, and I feel like that might be a Juliet pick. They don't want that banish to come out very often. Well, it's on Infinite. So it'll be a cast to last for Rune instead. Extra special. Surely you go extra special here to counterpick the other Juliet. No, Orb Dancer.
Maybe Orb Dancer. Okay.
Probably
Speed
want
boost.
that deny against Killiest.
Definitely, because the extra special is going to really help Killiest out here. Not Killiest, Fierryy.
Yeah. Well, Killiest still gets the spark of magic, but you can see why they wanted that. You know, taking Orb Dancer as the deny, you've already got 2 Orb buffs on Killiest, and then if they got Dancer on top of that, they'd be so fast. And Atlas, really, the one big downfall is not having a blink or a movement ability, so it was a good deny. And it just incentivizes Kienoob to go and grab some more orbs and try to stay alive a little bit longer, which obviously
here come the Cats.
Quite good. And Lyarri has an opening up there at the top. Kienoob forcing it. That's just beautiful.
It's insane.
On Mega Strikers.
It's insane to see how whenever Cats get those shields up, the entire team moves as a wave towards the midfield into that enemy goal and just completely covers the mouth of whoever is in the way. It's really good to play in Omega Strikers, really good team compositions. Great stuff here. And also, production wanted to... Oh, no. Whoopsies. Lyarri, see ya. Wow. Okay, so Killiest is going to try to get this... keep this core away from the shield, as Kienoob is just persistent on bringing it over. Lyarri responds. That was a good amount of core direction there. 2 Maelstroms come out, but Kienoob does not die. Fierryy grabs another shield. We got a tie on the shields here.
They almost took out Kienoob as well with that core flip. They were very close to the edge. And speaking of going off the side, Remix is gone. Lyarri wisely bides their time on that one, forces the core flip out of Killiest. Beautiful direction on that one as well, but the banishment comes out, and there's not a whole lot you're going to be able to do in a 1v3. Fierryy, though, and now Remix, both back in the mix. And they're going to need to do something special here because they've still got 1 shield barrier to go, and now we're into OT. That rune anomaly causes some problems for the defense, and it'll be just enough. Lyarri on the down low gets actually the Kienoob goal is what it showed on the thing. Oh, wait, am I dumb? No, Kienoob got the third assist. It was.
That's right. That's right.
I was about to have an existential crisis. Excuse me.
I mean, I have those every single day, but you know, it doesn't happen every single day.
You might
Reverse
see a
sweep.
therapist.
I do. I'm very proud to say that. I do.
Oh,
anyway, the core flip coming out for Goomy there. Another core flip coming out from Lyarri, and will deny those shields. See you later. And here come the Cats. They're going to be coming up midfield. They could clinch the set right here with just this one goal. Can the Oregon Trail say anything about it? Maybe, maybe not. The core gets defended. Flip the other way. Here come the offensive side, and that is another goal. So now we've got both goals open, and bang! Fierryy from downtown. 1-2 set, and still a size of hope from the side of the Oregon Trail.
Can they claw back? That is the question. Although I think, if I'm not mistaken, was it Oregon Trail who took dub number 1?
Mm-hmm.
It was.
That is true.
So you talk. They still got some time. Even if the Cats do manage to get this one, as that banish been not
Banish
quite
really
good
hurts there.
to take out Remix. Or excuse me,
Fierryy
Fierryy.
super low too.
They were so small. I'm so used to seeing Era that small, but Fierryy will go off the edge eventually. 07's in the chat. Now in the 1v2 scenario, and the Cats will take it. Yep, that's a fairly easy cleanup for Kienoob. They're not going to mess that one up. And Demon Days will go over to the side of the Submissive Cats. We're on to game 3.
Oh, yes, and I got to commend Goomy there for getting that rune ability onto the Atlas there and just absolutely stopping any momentum they had. The core flip didn't help, and then the KO on Fierryy didn't help, and then it was just a domino effect from there. Let's see the stats here. It looks like MVP Fierryy. Or Fierryy is just our POV, my bad. 4 goals for Fierryy, 6 goals for Kienoob. The Juliet's pretty much carrying the offensive precision here.
It's so weird. Why do people think that Juliet is such a good striker? I hear you ask. Well, I don't hear you ask that. In fact, I don't think anybody here is asking that. But if anybody was going to ask this, post it on the sub. Post it on the sub. This clip right now. Why would you ask? Why is Juliet a top tier striker? That's why. They have insane midfield presence, insane kill potential. Once you get Juliet built up, you know, one of the best strikers.
Absolutely just punch it in. It doesn't matter if you click fast enough, if you have an auto clicker, even if your strike is on cooldown, you're just gonna punch it in, damage the other guy, and then boom, see ya, bye. So that begs the question, right? In this third set, will we see a ban on Juliet? Or will both teams want to do Juliet? That's a big question,
yeah, exactly. Because
right?
You got Fierryy and Kienoob. They're basically holding down the offense every time the puck, the core. Excuse me, I keep calling the puck. The core puck. I feel like those should be interchangeable, but we're just gonna stick with it.
Okay, a bit of an
every
update.
Every time you get out on to the offense.
Yes.
Yeah, we do have an update, but
we do have an update. Okay, yeah, you're all good. You're all good. A bit of an update from the lower bracket. Core Overflow and Trio Abusers in 1-1 in sets, 2-1 in sets right now. Trio Abusers over Core Overflow, number 3 versus number 1 seed. This is going to come down to the wire as well. So whoever wins that will play Finesse, and then whoever wins that will play the loser of this matchup. So, and we will broadcast this one after this game. Whoever wins Core Overflow or Trio Abusers against Finesse, which would likely be the number 1 seed versus the 2 seed, or the 3 seed versus the 2 seed.
Well, still, it's a single-digit, very high seed against another single-digit, very high seed.
Yes. Oh, and also I was casting. I completely forgot this as well. The rune banish cooldown was buffed, so the banish really showing out a lot today.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't buffed, was it? I thought. Hang on. I got the patch notes right up here. I got the patch notes. The damage on the banish was buffed by 10%. So it went from 240 damage to 260 damage plus 100 plus 100.
And that's why
30% power.
And that's why you're seeing a lot of the PvP damage not back on the banish. It's just stronger. So it was buffed just a little bit. But that's why you're seeing a lot more rune being played nowadays instead of your normal, Atlas, goalie, or anything like that. And also, to be fair, I've been watching a lot of Goomy streams. Goomy has been perfecting the rune goalie in ranked and in normal and in everything as well.
Well, it really did show. Goomy was making quite an effort. As with Kai as well, I did mention that Kai's ultimate ability, very useful for zoning your opponents on the other side of the field, putting the core into deadly spots. Rune, I would argue, fits the same exact kind of role, except much, much more oppressive. You know, you can throw out those anomalies at the midfield, and suddenly, oh no, my easiest path to
We're
get this
back on
away from
Atlas.
the opposition has been severed from me. And yes, you mentioned
Yes.
we're on to Atlas, and here into the pre-pick phase. We'll see how things go. Killiest towards Drakkar. Not the first time that we will have seen this today with the Drakkar goalie. And I gotta say, I was here for it the first time around. I had my questions. You know, it's not something I commonly see in my games personally, but they made it work before. We're gonna see an Amy ban as well. And there goes Drakkar. They are not having it on the Submissive Cat side.
Definitely. Killiest cannot go with his main goalie, so he'll probably have to shift into an Atlas or elsewhere. Maybe even
There's
Rune.
the Juliet's.
The Juliet's come out, of course. We probably have the maybe Kai. Kai probably. Yep, there's the Kai from Killiest. Nope, he just changes to Rune last second. I thought Goomy will go Kai though, so I'll take that win.
Juked.
And it looks like, yeah, it's going to be Era as well. So Era, Juliet, Kai on the side of the Submissive Cats, and then Era, Juliet, Rune on the side of the Oregon Trail. We're flipping it a little on its head. By the way, somebody in the chat also said the Rune buff is quite negligent, and both of these goalies have been running Rune for a while, which is fair. So I will just take the L there.
No, you're wrong, Kaz. The second. Well, wow. Okay.
You're wrong, Kaz. I'm joking. You're not
Casters,
wrong.
hashtag always right. We never say incorrect things. We're looking at the Awakening draft here. We have heavy impact, and look like what is it? It's not
the popcorn one. The popcorn one.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. That's right.
Rapid time. I couldn't remember rapid fire. But yeah, heavy impact on the Juliets, obviously, and rapid fire for Era and Kai and Rune, respectively. And I would like to point out, it feels like, I don't know if this is correct. Let me know your thoughts. Era, Juliet, and Kai seems like one of the most vanilla teams you could possibly ask for in Omega Strikers. I don't know if that's just me.
Maybe. I'm not too sure. I mean, the playstyles are very different.
Let me know in the chat what you guys think about that. Nice save there from Killiest. Naturally, that is expected. Fierry's been taking quite a bit of damage here. Speaking of, they're having some difficulties. They couldn't defend, and there you go. That's going to be that story written. We'll see if they can convert this into a goal, though.
And it looks like they will, because look at how Cats are doing right now. They're pushing up a little bit right into overtime. This core will get faster. So we got 1 second, though, and Fierry's just going to hit it right off the respawn. Oh, no, and immediately gets sent back to the cooldown room, into the box. Oh, no. That is not good at all. Killiest has to keep defending these Cats here, and the Cats are on the prowl. They're trying to get this last shield up. Fierryy is back, so maybe we'll see some offensive production from the side of the Oregon Trail.
Fierry's still only level 1, though. I think that's worth noting. Right now, they really, really need to get up to level 2, because that R can be amazing for zone control. And there, they finally will get access to it, and they almost immediately take Goomy. Kienoob will actually get one, but he immediately goes back on the other end as Kai is being bullied out, and Fierryy, you gotta take some credit for that one. Making a huge adaptation play. I mean, getting KO'd twice early on in that volley, and then coming back, hitting level 2, and immediately bullying out the enemy goalie, and opening the path for your team to take a goal. That's pretty quality.
Very quality, if you ask me. Just the freshest quality plays. Anyway, so the freshest, exactly. So Goomy is going to be playing a little bit forward here, and this is the reasoning why I think he's doing that, right? See, this is it. See? The Cats are going to get these 2 shields here. They're going to run these 2 strikers into this end goal area. And unless Oregon Trail can also get this offensive ability in, yep, they're just going to get the goal there. Kienoob, even with the low stagger shields, grabs the core flip, throws it in. We're tied 1-1.
Puts that off of the top and back to himself. That's just quality play. I mean, talk about Juliet being one of the better strikers. That does not mean that she's easy. So I have to say, very nice use of the abilities on that one. Kienoob, they are really showing up.
Yeah, and Fierry's gone too.
Holy, my goodness. I believe Fierryy had a core flip there as well, so that's going to be a pretty huge, I guess, change in the momentum, change in the game state. They'll pick up the second shield as they bully Killiest away from it. They've still got 2 to work with here. It feels like it's really been all of the Submissive Cats right about now. There's a core flip for Remix. That'll be an easy shield barrier. Goomy, of course, not in the zone. They do blunder that one, though. I believe they could have kept it away. And now there's an opportunity for the Oregon Trail to get back. Beautiful anomaly play to get Kienoob out of the zone. And now Fierryy trying to close the gap. No shield bearers. It's surely starting to become a little bit of a challenge. Remix off the side. Fierry's on low HP as well. They might try to play this one.
Fierry's almost dead.
Killiest with the banish. Gravity Well's up in just a moment. There it is.
Oh no, Goomy!
Fierryy gone! Killiest is the core flip, but they cannot reach it in time. That Gravity Well could not have come at a worse moment.
100%. That Gravity Well is the bane of the existence of this entire team. And Oregon Trail back on the back foot. Maybe they can get something going here because they need it more than ever. These two eras, the Shrinks really help both of these teams get offensive caliber, but right now the Cats are just doing a lot of work. However, as I say that, Oregon Trail grabs one shield and another shield goes off on the other side of the Oregon Trail. Kienoob and Lyarri pushed up. Goomy's getting towards midfield, adding that applied pressure. Ooh. Banish, good banish there on Kienoob. Can they save this shield? That might be able to. Right into the Gravity Well, so that's down. Lyarri is super low, so is Fierryy, so they're going to try to kind of distance a little bit, unless Goomy can get the core flip. Not a whole lot of offensive stuff there because Remix grabs it, but the shield is gone. So now we can probably see, and it happens. Yep. Boom. Whenever the Juliet is pushed forward in that corner, a set is going to be won.
Well, that might be a little bit of an aggressive statement, but I do believe Kienoob was able to take advantage of the fact that both the anomalies were on cooldown, or at least both of the instantly accessible anomalies there for Rune in Killiest. So now they'll have the first pick of the litter. Will it be Stagger Swagger? Actually, the first pick. Stinger follows up. Not necessarily out of the ordinary here. Kai does have some choices. We'll choose for a little bit of extra speed stacks on stacks, peak performance on Killiest. This is a little bit more of an interesting draft, I would argue. The Unstoppable, I feel like actually making it reasonably late into this one. I would not have placed it beyond Goomy to go for that Unstoppable to try to get away from a little bit of that bully. But at the same time, it's important for your midfielder to have it. So I do see the motivation there. You don't want Lyarri to be bullied out by Fierryy the entire game, and that is one way to try to avoid it.
Exactly. So one shield is down for the side of the Submissive Cats. Goomy, though, one of the probably the best goalies in the game, definitely trying his best to keep this shield up, but so is Killiest. Killiest doing his darndest to keep both of these shields alive so that his team can make some offensive production. Lyarri, low as heck. Broken shields here. Can Fierryy get the knockout? Doesn't look like it, but both shields down on the side of the Oregon Trail. Core flip does not get used. Goomy deflects it off the side, so both of these teams have to try to wander towards the bottom of the arena. Gravity Well is up, so we got a little bit more room to move. Okay, so now we got Fierryy bringing it up, and we're just going to have some ping pong in the middle of the court here. All right? Fierryy's going to grab the other shield. We're in overtime and almost grabs the core flip into the goal, but it was denied by Goomy. Lyarri and Goomy doing great offensive pressure here. Gravity Well also up again, so we could see a goal here at any moment by either of these teams.
We could. A couple of quality saves there by Goomy earlier on. Really the star of the show here on the defensive side for the Submissive Cats. This one goes all the way back. Fierryy now going to try to take control. Remix down on the bottom side, and they will take it. Just a little bit too much zone control being afforded there to the Oregon Trail. And it pays dividends for them. You know, being able to move up in a situation like that where you're very quickly transitioning from a defensive posture into an offensive one. It's good to have that kind of a vision, and they've managed to make good on it.
Absolutely, because, oh no. See you later.
Death.
We got the Juliet death on the side of the Cats. Fierryy's going to use that to his advantage and push up a little bit, try to get these shields, and that is a success. So Oregon Trail going to push up, get some more offensive quality out of here. Get rid of the Gravity Well so that they can try and get more in here. Oh no, and another KO. So Kienoob comes back, but Lyarri is taken out in the banish, and then there you go, Killiest. Little bit of a goal. Goalie goal. Double goalie.
The goalie goal. And you did see as well, Goomy just a little bit too late on the primary cast there from Kai. Those fireballs not quite coming out in time, and whether that was because they were on cooldown or because they didn't quite time that correctly, we may never know. We have had some ping issues earlier in the tournament, and it's not impossible that they're experiencing those yet again. And speaking of experiencing issues, Remix experiencing the issue of skill and losing their life as a result. Just carried off the edge there by Kienoob. Realistically speaking, that's not a skill issue. I mean, that's just playing as Juliet in a nutshell. Core flips coming out. Goomy is not able to push it through. We do lose Rune. Fierryy trades, and now we've got an interesting 2v2. One team without their goalie, one team with their goalie pushed all the way up into the offensive half. We'll see who wins out on this trade. Killiest now back into the mix. Fierryy trying to push up, does have core flip available to them, so loads of zone control possible here. They will have to burn it as they're very, very low on HP, but they walk forward nonetheless. You gotta say, you know, whatever you want about Fierryy. Say whatever you want, but don't say they don't have the cojones to walk forward with zero stagger.
Fierry's got the cojones as well. I mean, I definitely agree there, but so does Kienoob, because look at how far Kienoob is pushed up and gets that goal. So even though Oregon Trail is on set point, the Cats are coming back.
Seems as much, and I feel like, for one, that needs to be an awakening, is cojones, but anyway. It was a little bit interesting. We had Remix and Killiest both in the net there. Unable to successfully defend that one. Fierryy very low, and yeah, that's going to be a KO almost every day of the week. This early on in the volley. Lyarri low on stagger, but they are not particularly perturbed. Their team is pushing up, and nobody has the time to focus on them. It will be a shield barrier down, lots of zone time gained, and they might just hold on to it as Fierryy is shown off the edge. It's almost going to be 2 shield barriers. Will it, though? Lyarri and Kienoob biding their time. Goomy does have core flip available. Most likely going to be waiting to use that in an offensive posture, though. They don't necessarily have the advantage to push just yet, but it's looking like it might be on the horizon there as shield barrier number 2 goes down. They almost get that one in, but the R is just a little bit too fast there from Juliet on the flurry of fists. Goomy trying to walk swim forward. They've got 2 core flips now available to them. One will be burned, and nothing will come of it as Kienoob is stuffed by all 3 of the enemy strikers. The gravity well almost up here as well. It's going to cause just a little bit of havoc, but pour into it immediately into OT here.
And there's the core flip from Goomy, and he's going to grab that goal. We're 2-2 in set number 2. There's a lot of 2s. I like 2.
2s.
Is 2 your favorite number?
2. No.
Are they wearing tutus? Anyway, I'm just going to stop doing puns completely, because we're back onto this matchup. Fierryy, see you later. Goodbye. You're going to be in the obituary tomorrow. Oh, jeez.
07's in the chat. It feels like there's going to be a lot of KOs on the board here.
Lyarri, almost gets staggered too. Lyarri just staying alive, but couldn't stay alive fast enough. Fierryy grabs it, but the goal from Goomy and Kienoob from the pass. And it looks like we're on one set away from Submissive Cats ending the Cinderella run of Oregon Trail.
Seems like they have the strength to just kind of take the zone whenever they feel like, and well, it's working out for them, if that is the case, and if it's not, then I don't know what kind of hacks they're running, because they're just getting all the shields. They're getting all the shields, they're getting all the pressure. Fierryy, in particular, is having a bad time. Both the Juliets are going to take bulk up, so a little bit tankier, a little bit more damage.
Timeless Trader, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, the big fish for the Kai also makes sense. Timeless Creator, you see Glass Cannon for Remix and Super Surge on the other side. You know, there's nothing particularly surprising about this. I don't expect any major gameplay changes after this Awakening draft. It's going to come down to player skill, I think. Player skill and strategy. And, oh boy, Killiest just denied themselves with that anomaly. That's shield barrier number 1 down. Not the way you want to start potentially the last set of your series.
Absolutely, because look at what the Cats are going to do. I mean, they might be doing this now, but they would have popped up if that deck shield wasn't done. So now we're back to a core reset here. We're going to see both these teams try to go offensively. And okay, now watch the Cats. They're going to start moving up a little bit. See, Goomy's at the middle of the cage. Pass it to Kienoob. Goomy's going to pass it up to Lyarri. Get rid of the gravity well. Fierryy is going to try to get some Goomy damage, but it's not the case right here. See, because Goomy brings it back here. All right, and Fierry's going to grab the goal, so both goals are open. So we're going to see a lot of offensive caliber from the Oregon Trail, and Fierryy almost punches it in, but it's too late. Killiest teleports back as the rune. We're a bit of a calm standstill here, but I don't think it's going to stay calm for long, because Remix is trying to keep this inside the other side of the goal. Overtime now, so the core is going to speed up quite a bit. Killiest making his way over, and we can see a goal right here.
We could, but there's just not enough control really on either side. You can see they're trying to. Oh, wow!
Oh, no.
The gravity well spawning just in time for Goomy to make a nice little slingshot down onto the south side of the net. That hurts, though, if you're the Oregon Trail, because it felt like they were starting to push the advantage just a little bit there. They were contending very well with the opposition pressure, but it just was not enough, apparently. And sometimes you just got to watch that little red timer in the middle of the field. That should still be green if you ask me, but that's probably because I'm colorblind. Anyway, there's a nice core flip down onto the bottom side. They're just trying to push every advantage they can get their hands on. They do lose a shield barrier of their own, but honestly, if we're talking in terms of raw advantage and disadvantage, I feel like the Cats are comfortable taking that trade.
Yeah, because look at how the Oregon Trail is playing. Look at the level difference on the Cats between Oregon Trail. I mean, most of these guys are 7 and 8, but look at how Goomy is already Omega in this third set as well. Both shields gone on the side of Oregon Trail, so it looks like the Cats might be making a play here. Look at where Kienoob is. Look at where Lyarri is. You can see a pass formulating in your head, and it's going to happen right about here. Maybe I'm not too sure. I'm trying to predict, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, sure.
Yep, because Kienoob is trying to make this all work out because Lyarri bringing it back. Okay, so we're back into overtime. Gravity well is almost back up. It could cause some damage here. Core flip coming out from the side of Killiest. Goomy clearing the goals here, and Kienoob trying to bring it in. Goomy, maybe?
There's a nice little Maelstrom interruption. We'll see, though, if they can hold on to this for a little bit longer. Goomy, with those dribbles off the top, we're seeing a lot of those. The banishment comes out. There is a core flip available for Lyarri. They might have to... Oh, no, they get wasted before they can even use it. Now Fierryy going to see if they can go on a spree here. Goomy at risk as well here, standing so close to the back line. But we shall see. It's all focused on getting this shield barrier down. They're unable to do so insofar, and Lyarri is now back into the mix, popping that haste almost instantly, sniping the top side as well. Talk about making an impact as soon as you get back on the pitch.
Exactly. I mean, then also Killiest just was not there to do any defending, so it was a very easy goal there for Lyarri, and now they're on match point.
I mean, is there? You do have to defend that bottom. Goomy?
Goomy? Okay, Goomy's fine. Goomy's fine. Goomy's fine, guys. I probably had to alt-tab, mess with somebody, but that is a one shield gone on the side of the Cats, but the Cats easily come back and respond with a shield of their own. Core flip coming up from Goomy, plus the KO on the Juliet. The goal is open. Here we go. The match could be theirs. They could go into the grand finals with one punch, and there it is. Kienoob sends them over. 3-0 victory for the Cats. And ladies and gentlemen, you have your first finalists of Primetime Tuesdays.
And that's really no surprise. I mean, Kienoob taking it with the standard combo right off the top. And yep, Vod chips in $75 guarantee. Now to the Submissive Cats. Again, not really living up to their name based on how much bullying they were doing. You can see here, totaling up 11 KOs in this game that was not particularly KO heavy, I might add, but Kienoob still doing loads of damage, and even then Lyarri chipping in with some of their own. You don't see eras necessarily doing a whole lot of damage in solo queue, but even Remix on the other side, leading in damage and leading overall as well. So they were definitely doing their part, helping to support their, lead blockers, if you will. And it was Kienoob and Fierryy trying to take most of the zone control, but Kienoob just simply had a little bit more of the outplay potential, totaling up 6 goals here. 0 assists, very selfish player. I mean, according to the stats page.
Yeah,
according
to the stats page.
Let's be honest. They're not.
Yeah, they're not. They're definitely not, because Kienoob carried in the goal production and the KOs. I mean, obviously, your MVP of the match there. It brought the Cats back from a deficit as well. So, I mean, come on, $75 well earned. If they stay there, I mean, they might be able to win, but we don't know who. We probably know the other person playing for the money, because it's Vaughn Bells are streaming currently Trio Abusers versus Finesse. We're going to be tuning into that stream here in a bit from their POV, because it's the 1 and 2 seed in the lower semifinal. Whoever wins there is also guaranteed at least $75.
Which is, well, whoever wins there is not necessarily guaranteed at least $75, because then they still have to go through the lower final, at which point then they can guarantee themselves $75 with an additional win. But I believe that is going to be after we take a little bit of a break. I'm uncertain, actually. Can we get a quick verification here from the prod? Are we going to be going to Trio Abusers and Finesse, or are they currently streaming it on a different channel that we should just go? So they're streaming on Bell's channel, but we might tune into theirs to their match. So that's going to be TBD. I think just kind of like put a question mark, a little asterisk on that. But I think Vod, if you're good, I think I am just about at the end of my time for the stream. But it has been an amazing one in so far, and I have to say, very impressed with the quality of play. So thanks to the players, thanks for Surplus for joining me, and thanks for Vodible for hosting. Obviously, it's not the end of the tournament. I'm just
saying your goodbye for
He's just
now.
gonna-
Yeah,
he's
stream,
saying
you can
his
hear me now
goodbye.
too.
Exactly,
Hello,
yes.
stream. But yes, thank you,
Yes,
Squid,
yes.
for like literally casting the majority of the tournament here with Dylan, and then I'll be subbing in for the rest of it. But it's been a great time, and any shout outs for yourself, Squid, before the end of this, and maybe want to know where people can find you next.
Yeah, no, I mean, just follow me on Twitter at Squid TV, and look out for me in ranked because I will actively throw your matches.
There you go. Oh my goodness. Do not report him. That is his bit.
It's a bit. It's a bit. Please.
It's a bit. We swear. We swear. We swear.
Oh, man. But
Anyway.
yeah, we're going to be taking a quick break here. It might be a very quick break because currently in that lower bracket series, Trio Abusers up 2-0 with 2 quick 3-0s pretty much for their goals to get those 2 sets. So now they're looking for a 3-0 themselves there. So we could likely see Oregon Trail versus Trio Abusers. And that'd be the first time those 2 teams would face off against each other. And Submissive Cats, they also haven't faced Trio Abusers. So Trio Abusers, they avoided Goat Esports, who knocked them into the lower bracket because Finesse took them down there. But we'll talk more about the bracket when we get back. Thank you, Squid. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, everyone who's been watching so far. We'll be back in just a sec. But again, Bells IRL on a Twitch or YAL_OS for You Already Lose if you want to watch that series going on right now. We'll be back in just